Alrighty guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Sundial. We're going to be talking about should you buy this stock. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, concerns, make sure you guys let me know down below. So now, roll the intro. Let's jump into it. Come on, bam! Now, for those of you that don't know what Sundial is a cannabis company. They sell a whole bunch of things cannabis, from edibles to strands, and over the past couple of years, we've seen this cannabis sector take off, right? Where these companies would IPO, and in a couple of days, the stock would go from like $6 all the way up to, in some cases, $300, like Tilray, before selling off and actually getting slammed down over the past couple of years, just because we've seen so much competition. We saw a ton of initial pops and then a lot of sell-off. And that's kind of what we saw with this company. The company IPO'd in about 2019, and the stock popped up to about $12. And then it started selling off like crazy, and right now it's under $1. It's right at about 61 cents. So anytime a company has that much sell-off, for any investor, you can look at it in two ways. The first way is gonna be, oh my gosh, this is a sinking ship. I am never gonna touch this with a 10-foot pole. The second way you can look at it is, oh my God, this is a for sale sign. Now, which way is the best way? Now, before we make that decision, there is a couple of things you need to understand. One, the company does not have any US dispensaries in the United States. Yes, they are growing overseas in other countries, but they don't have anything US based. For me personally, I definitely think, I like to invest into US companies that are here, that are on American soil. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's just something I believe because I like to actually look at the product. So for me, I'm a huge Apple investor, and it just so happens the thing I probably use most is a Apple phone. I'm highly invested in NVIDIA, and yet I have all NVIDIA products. I like to see the product. Now, the company, yes, has done some good things, right? They raised about $600 million in free cash, which is great. Anytime a company raises that much money that quick, that's something that needs a round of applause. But you have to understand that the company is still struggling, right? The company, one, is not profitable. Two, it did take on debt. So they pretty much burned all that money, and they've been taking on debt. And anytime a company takes on debt, it's gonna dilute the business. I don't care what you say, it's going to do that. I can battle you all night about that. A prime example of this is Ford Motor Company. Ford Motor Company had over $100 billion in debt, and yet they only have about $50 billion in free cash. They have way more long-term debt than cash on hand, which dilutes the company. A company that's worth billions of dollars isn't worth that much money because of all the debt it had to take on to get through hard times. And yes, they've done a good job over the past couple of years of paying that off, but still you have to take that with some heart. Debt kills a business. So now, before we make a final decision, let's actually go ahead and look at the chart, draw out some support, some resistance, and see more of what's going on. Alrighty guys, so this is looking at Sundial stock. So you guys can see, just by looking at it, it's extremely volatile. So it's gone from 18 cents all the way up to as high as almost $4 per share in the matter of 1, 2, 3, 4 months. And this is giving a crazy return. But one thing you have to realize is this: the stock was hitting highs at about $13, and it's just been selling off ever since. And obviously there is reasons why. Looking at these earnings, they're not the greatest, and that's one thing that kills a company is bad earnings, not bringing in enough revenue, not having good EPS, and it just kills it. So looking at it, if we were gonna buy this stock, right, for me, I would always have to be way down here at about 13 cents just to even be interested in it, right? This is the major support for this stock. Looking at some resistance, it does have a pretty hard resistance right up here at about this 85-cent mark. Now, answering that question of should you buy this stock, me personally, it carries too much risk. But given that, what comes with high risk is high reward. So for me, it's way too risky because I'm more of a conservative investor. And with an approach that I would take on this would either be dollar cost averaging, or maybe just buying and not even looking at it, keeping it under 1% of your portfolio and just letting it run, whether it goes to 0 or 100 million. Just keeping it under that 1% because you don't want to go heavy in it and then have this thing tank. So for me, I'm staying away from it, but that doesn't mean you still can't make any money from it. It's just way too volatile for me to get in it. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. We will see you later. Remember to stay happy, guys, stay positive, and stay safe out there. We'll see you later. Take care.